Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled Show, NBA Finals and NBA offseason recap. Let's go, Ace.
All right, boys and girls, NBA offseason is here. It's going to be an unbelievable offseason, Big Reed, because of the NBA draft. Some new players are arriving in the league with a lot of hype. We got the top 3 draft picks. It's going to be fire. But before we get into the NBA draft, we're going to get to the NBA Finals recap. Big Read, the Denver Nuggets defeated the Miami Heat in 5 games to win their first ever NBA championship, the Larry O'Brien Trophy. They won in 5. I guess, kind of now that the season is over, what are your kind of general thoughts on the Nuggets winning?
I mean, I think they're just a better team. I did expect us to go more games. But Miami just disappointed. Some players didn't show up, and Jimmy is one of them. And you got to call out the star player. As much as he played good in the playoffs, you have to call him out. And I think you've said it, and I'll give you credit. You can't win a championship with Jimmy Butler as your number one. So that's what it comes down to. The role players played better on Denver. I mean, home court, and then you lose one at home. And then you win 2 on the road. I mean, everyone knew it was pretty much over after Game 4.
Yeah. I mean, a lot to digest there, Big Ree. I mean, I think you said it. Look, first of all, you can't knock Denver, right? Like, you can't say they had a weak route to the path to the finals, right?
Yeah.
They beat a lot of good teams to get there, right?
Yeah.
I think they started with Minnesota, then they beat the Suns, then they beat the Lakers. Obviously, you can make an argument that they didn't play Golden State or they didn't play the Clippers healthy, but nobody plays the Clippers healthy because they're never healthy. And then Miami, I don't think anybody expected them to get here. Nobody. Yeah. And, so you got to give them credit that they continued to win. I think they had a super weak path, honestly. They obviously beat Milwaukee without Giannis, really, like a healthy Giannis. And they beat the Knicks, but they're the Knicks, so we're not even going to just move on from the Knicks. And then, they beat Boston, right? And Boston Celtics, come on. Boston Celtics, they should never have been there. Overrated team.
They are the odds-on favorite to win next year.
I did read that they're odds-on favorite, but once again, they're not winning next year. I'll make that clear right now. Celtics are not winning.
Money?
They are not winning. I don't know when the East is going to win a finals again, to be honest.
Damn.
It's going to be a while. I just don't see that happening. But yeah, so Miami, give them credit to make it this far, but it's kind of back to what you said. Like, look, Jimmy didn't play well at all in the finals. He did not play well. Yeah, he had 20 points in 4 out of the 5 games, but if you want to beat the Nuggets, you got to be scoring 30, 35, 40.
Yeah. You
got to step up. Bam stepped up. He had 20 plus in every game.
Yeah.
But all these other no-namers that had good games throughout the playoffs, they all played horrible. Strus played horrible. Vincent, Martin played okay, but you just don't got enough talent there. That's just the bottom line. And as I've been saying, Jimmy can't be your number one. You're not going to win. So, look, congratulations to the Nuggets. Joker played really well.
For sure, no doubt.
Jamal Murray, game 1 through 4, double-doubles?
Yeah, I think so. I believe.
So, huge. That's huge for Murray. His scoring wasn't there. I think he had only over 20, maybe 2 out of the 5 games or 1 out of the 5 games, but he had double-digit assists. Porter Jr. didn't play great. He had pretty bad, actually. Gordon played solid.
Gordon was the key, bro.
He played solid, yeah.
A lot of people were saying he's the Andrew Wiggins for this team.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like a good comparison.
Very consistent, right?
Yeah,
Very consistent.
He's not going to go off for you, but he's going to play good D. He's also a player.
I'll give him that. He played well. Porter Jr. didn't play well. Pope played well. Bruce Brown played really good. That guy played well, and he's going to get paid. So, look, they played well. Congrats. But first of all, my takeaway, congratulations to the Nuggets. They won. They deserved it. They're going to be another top 3, 4 favorite for next year.
Oh yeah,
so they're gonna come back with everybody basically.
Yeah, I think Brown might be gone.
Yeah, he's gonna get an offer, but I think
we'll get into that.
We'll get into that when we get into the free agency. But my final thought here, Big Ree, My final thought is, what a joke. What a joke that everybody was like, oh, Jokic does not deserve to be the MVP. He does not deserve to be the MVP. Let's give it to Joel Embiid. And all this BS talk about there's racism involved, this, that.
I agree.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Somebody pull up the box score for Jokic through the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
How many triple-doubles?
Mace.
Damn, best player on the court. Nobody could stop this guy. And you guys didn't want to give this guy the MVP?
Exactly.
All those goddamn voters are regretting it right now. What a joke. What an embarrassment.
We had
that
one
Joker didn't get the MVP.
We had one guy who was broadcasting the NBA Finals who saw it with his own eyes, didn't have the audacity to top five.
Put Joker in the top 5. What a joke is that?
That guy should be fired.
What a joke is that? Seriously, that this guy didn't win the MVP. This guy is clearly the best player in the NBA. Absolutely.
Facts.
And he should have won the MVP.
Facts.
It's an absolute disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace.
Facts.
Give me a damn vote next year. Because some people's vote needs to be removed and taken away.
Especially that
for sure.
person that didn't put him in top 5.
Absolutely. That was a complete embarrassment, Big Ray. And that's my, like, everybody, and it was not, think about it. It was consistent that, like, this guy should not be the MVP again. How many people were talking against this? This guy doesn't deserve it.
A lot of people were doing it because they didn't want him to win 3 in a row. And like, oh, she had to win 3 in a row. You have to do this. You have to do that.
Get out of here. This guy just dominated. Have you seen anybody just dominate the finals like that in a long time where nobody could stop him? Nobody.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like,
I mean, nobody could stop this guy. And it's not like this guy's the most athletic. I mean, look at this guy. He's just dominating.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. And I think the NBA really needs to look at who they allow to vote here in this voting system, because this is an embarrassment to the NBA.
Yeah.
That this guy was not, the MVP of the league for the third straight
And I don't
year.
want Joker and Joel Embiid in the same sentence until Embiid wins the ship.
I agree, 100%. Honestly, Joel Embiid has better skills than Joker.
I could agree with that.
But this guy wants to camp out on a three-pointer? It's a joke. You can't even put them in the same sentence anymore. I agree, 100%, Big Ree. Don't even think about it. It's a damn joke. And that's enough. The Nuggets won. They won, what? They won by 11 in Game 1. They lost by 7 in Game 2. They won by 15 in Game 3, 13 in Game 4. They were up big, and then they only won by 5 in Game 5. But they won this handily. There's nothing here. Done deal. Let's move on from this. Let's get into the NBA trades, Big Ree. Breaking news just broke this morning. You actually sent me the link to the Twitter that the Atlanta Hawks traded forward John Collins to the Utah Jazz for Rudy Gay and a future second-round pick. What are your thoughts on this trade?
It's a salary dump. I mean,
Yep.
Rudy Gay is probably going to get waived.
For sure, definitely.
What's the second-round pick going to do? I mean,
yeah, it's a salary dump.
Joker was in second round, Draymond, but it's a once in a while you're going to get a really good second-round pick.
Yeah, salary dump. I mean, I don't know how John Collins' value has just dropped like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of other teams should have stepped in on this for him.
But maybe they didn't have the salary cap to absorb it. But I think, for me, honestly, I think this is a win-win for both teams.
Yeah?
Because, first of all, Atlanta Hawks, Collins is good, but they weren't utilizing this guy.
For sure, I agree.
So, like, at this point, get rid of that salary, and either you got some people that you have to sign an extension, or try to get somebody. You got this $25 million trade exemption. Try to get somebody.
Yeah.
That's going to fill in and actually fit into this team a little bit better. And then the Jazz, I mean, they're adding talent. Add this guy. I think on this team, he's going to put up probably 18 and 10.
Yeah.
And he fits in well with like Walker Kessler, Lauri Markkanen, Sexton, guys that could become, critical pieces. So I think it's a win-win here.
Yeah.
But it was you're clear it's a salary dump. And we're not going to get into some of these draft night trades. Nothing.
Yeah, they're like the whack trades.
Nothing crazy. Let's get into some of the big trades.
The big one was Chris Paul to the Warriors.
Yeah, let's get into that. Well, let's first get into the first trade that happened before that. We had we had the trade of Chris Paul and Landry Shamet and some second-round picks and pick swaps to the Phoenix from the Phoenix Suns to the Washington Wizards for Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
What do you think about that trade, first of all, Big
That
Lee?
was a salary dump, too, for Washington. Obviously, they traded Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Now they got, we'll get into that, obviously. But, I mean, Beal had a no-trade clause, and his agent's son is the something in the Suns' office, front office. So he was only going to say yes to Phoenix. So that was Washington's only option. So they were saying Warriors were offering Poole for Paul straight up to the Phoenix.
Yeah, but Poole needs. I mean, for Phoenix, they already got two guys that
they want
20
Beal
shots a game.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is an interesting trade. First of all, look, Washington got a new GM. They're just blowing up the team.
Yeah, for sure.
So I get it. And honestly, this was a horrible contract. They paid Bradley Beal last year that he should have been paid 3 years ago. Yeah, when he was dropping 30 points.
Facts.
They paid him too late. What, $250 million?
Yeah.
Like, Phoenix had to do this. They need just to add talent. That's fine. They're in win now or bust mode.
Yeah.
Add this guy. Maybe they weren't able to add anybody else. I mean, Washington's a salary dump. They're just blowing up. I mean, okay, I get it. Phoenix took him on. I think this is another win-win for both teams.
Yeah.
Phoenix gets Bradley Beal. I don't know how he fits into with. I mean, there's already not enough shots for Booker and Durant. You add this guy in there. So unless Beal's okay with like getting like 12 to 15 shots a game, and I don't know how this fits in, but they should be able to put up points here. You got three guys that can score on every play, but they got to get some other role players around that fit in.
Yeah, that's going to be the key thing right now. Which veterans they can get chasing rings.
Is Beal a defender?
I think so. He's so-so.
Yeah, he's so-so defender. I mean, you need defense here. I mean, they got Aiden. But they need, I don't know. I mean,
we don't know what's going to happen with him, but we'll get into that.
I don't think this is a bad play. I just don't know. We'll see how it plays out, right?
I will say it's championship or bust for them. If they don't win a championship, I mean, it's pretty embarrassing.
It is a championship or bust. I mean, I'm excited for them to have a full season together. And you made a good point. What other veterans, ring-chasing veterans, do they add, or other minimum players? I heard they're bringing in Stanley Johnson and Jabari Parker.
I saw that.
You know, I'm a Jabari Parker fan.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that he can at least get on there. Maybe. I mean, the guy's only 28.
Yeah,
he's still only 28 years old. I'm looking like a potential another, fellow Chicago.
Maybe the Clippers could get him.
Who, Jabari?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I hope he just gets on with somebody. He gets back in the league, and so at a minimum, this could be interesting for him. So look, we'll see how this plays out. But then this goes on to the next trade that you were talking about. Is first of all, then the Wizards. We'll get into the Wizards flipped Chris Paul to Golden State for Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this trade?
I mean, this is just it seems like a salary dump too. And I don't know, Bob Myers would never do this. I'll just say that for sure. I don't know what the hell Mike Dunleavy is thinking, or what the hell. And that's a really bad trade because either Chris Paul is going to have to come off.
Bad for who? The Golden State
Warriors.
Okay.
Because Poole, he might not be that good. And I think on our last vlog, I compared him to Kuzma, who was on the Wizards and now a free agency.
Yeah.
He'll be like Kuzma now. He'll be able to play good.
Yeah.
You're going to pay him that much. I mean, you're not a great team. You're going to get somewhat of a player.
Yeah.
You're going to have to overpay. So I think Washington wins it for sure, easily.
I agree. Washington's a big winner here.
And I think the Warriors, I don't know. I mean, I would have to see a game before I judge, but I don't think it's going to be good.
I mean, I don't know what the hell it's going to do. What they're going to do here? Are they going to start Paul, Curry, and Clay?
I think so because they're going small. They don't have the only big they have is Kevon Looney.
I don't know what's going on. I don't think Chris Paul makes this team worse.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So I don't think you're going to bring Chris Paul in and now they're going to be a worse team. But I just don't know how this is going to play out. But look, unless you're starting Chris Paul, Curry, Clay,
Wiggins.
Draymond, and Wiggins.
Dre's a free agent, though. We got to get into that.
And we'll get into that. I think he sticks around, but we'll see. But I think, honestly, this is a great trade for Washington. Because
for sure.
Poole got, he got handed by Draymond in the practice. And that messed up his whole season, his confidence, everything was messed up.
Yeah, exactly.
And he still averaged more points than he did the year before. He averaged 20 points. I think this is a good start for him. I think he's going to be a fresh start. I think he's going to play good. I think he's going to drop 25 to 30 a game.
Yeah, facts.
And he'll be able to shoot all he wants. And I think this is a good trade for the Wizards.
For sure, I agree.
You know? I mean, who knows if his 27 points a game will translate into wins, but I like it for the Wizards, and for, like you said, for Golden State, it's still to be determined. I mean,
yeah, I can't say whether it's going to be good or bad.
But I think, is there a chance they're flipping Paul for somebody else? They trade him again?
Who knows? Maybe there's a chance they just waive him and sign Draymond, because they're going to have to give Draymond a lot of money.
But let's get into that. I mean, let's get into that right now. And I'm going to just say something, and then we'll get into when we get into the free agency part. But Stephen A. saying that this guy is easily worth $100 million is an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. This guy does not deserve $100 million. He's just trying to get Draymond paid. And, you know, some of these analysts do this sometimes. They start pumping up players and coaches, and they want to get some cred with these guys and just try to make a point for different reasons.
You think they get commission?
No, they don't get any commission. But this guy does, I mean, some of these analysts don't need a commission with what they're getting paid. This guy does not deserve $100 million. Absolutely not. I'm a Draymond Green fan, for sure.
Okay, so what do you think his value is on the market?
I mean, he declined, what, $27 million?
$27.6 million.
Player option. I think you give Draymond, he doesn't get more than a 4-year, for sure.
I can agree.
I think you give him a 3-year.
150? What? Okay, 130.
I think Draymond, I think you give Draymond 3 years, $70 million.
Okay.
22, 23, about $23 million a year for 3 years. That's it.
Okay.
Maybe 4 years, 85. That's it. This guy.
Someone's gonna overpay him. I'll say that right now.
Maybe someone gives him 2 years, 60.
No, he's gonna get $100 million contract.
For how many years?
3.
3 years, $100 million?
Maybe more. We're
gonna get into the free agency. We're gonna get into that. Okay. So let's get into the next trade. This was the trade that kind of got blown up because the Malcolm Brogdon situation with the Clippers. But we got the Celtics getting Kristaps Porzingis, 2023 first-round pick as well, and the 2024 first-round pick, top 4 protected. Washington Wizards get Tyus Jones, Gallinari, and Mike Muscala. And the Memphis Grizzlies get Marcus Smart here, Big Ree. What do you think about this trade?
The biggest losers here are the Grizzlies, I think. Trading Tyus Jones was stupid. Marcus Smart is a good player, but I just don't know how he's going to fill in there. I always read the Twitter comments, and someone said he's like the Dylan Brooks replacement, which is a good way to put it. Not like,
but this guy's 6'3" and
not
Brooks
how he
is
plays,
6'5"
just like the personality.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like the personality type.
Okay.
I mean, Washington just getting rid of Kristaps, like you said, salary dump. Bringing in a young player.
Didn't even get a first-round pick for Kristaps.
Yeah, and then the Grizzlies went all out for Marcus Smart, and then Celtics. I think Kristaps will fill in very well because Horford's old and Robert Williams never stays healthy. So,
very good analysis, Big Ray. Look, Robert Williams doesn't stay healthy. Al Horford is old. And Marcus Smart can't be your point guard on a championship team. I've been saying that for I don't know how long.
You need to make that clear to the Celtics
Look,
fans.
Celtic fans, listen here. When Marcus, they didn't win. Well, now he's gone. But Marcus Smart is not a championship starting point guard.
So do you think Derek White?
They had to go. They won for sure by just getting rid of this guy.
Okay.
Kristaps, you add him huge. Get Horford out of there. He goes to the bench. Brown, Tatum, and Kristaps. Now you got to figure out who's your 1 and your 5.
I would have to say Derek White's going to start.
Derek White can't be your number 1 either. If he's your number 1, you're not winning. I think you start. I think you put Brogdon as your starter.
Our Texas boys will think different.
I think Brogdon is your starter, and then Robert Williams.
Okay, yeah, Brogdon can start.
And then Williams.
If he can stay healthy, the guy's never healthy for.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I think Memphis. I mean,
They don't call him Time Lord for no reason.
they had to make a move. I don't think this helps them that much. Honestly, they're going to stay around what they've been the last couple years, but I don't think they improve. Boston improves. If they get rid of Horford and this guy goes to the bench, then they're going to
keep Horford.
I mean, Porzingis better start here.
He's going to start, but they're going to keep Horford as a veteran. They like him in the locker room and everything.
Yeah, but he can't be. If he's starting, you're not winning.
He's not starting. You can't.
You know, these Celtics fans need to understand that. How old is Horford? 38, 39 almost?
Something like that.
This is a joke. You can't start these guys anymore. They got to go. That's it. But I think this is a big win for the Celtics. Big win for the Celtics, but Celtics are still not winning.
Yeah.
Let's make that clear. Celtics are not winning next season. That's it. But it's a good win for them. Washington, they're just blowing up everybody and just trying to start fresh. And I don't like that approach, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So, the Memphis Grizzlies, true or false, they make the West Finals next year.
No chance. Absolutely.
No chance. Okay. All right, Big Ree. We went over the Paul trade. A lot of draft trades here. Let's get into this trade. It could be an interesting trade here. The Dallas Mavericks, they got the number 12th pick, Derek Lively, and they ended up trading the 10th pick and Davis Bertans. They got rid of Bertans.
That was a salary dump.
So what are they going to do there?
I don't know. They're saying they're moving off Christian Wood too, so.
They're going to try to get rid of him. I think, he started off well with them, but then didn't play well. I want to see Kyrie and Luka make this work. But I think Bertans, they got unloaded $18 million in contract?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's a huge, just to go down 2 spots?
Yeah.
That's huge for Dallas. I think that's a big win there. Any of these other trades, nothing. The Lakers didn't do much. They got a second round pick. A lot of just small trades here and there to move up and stuff. So let's get into the NBA draft, Big Ree.
Yeah.
The big thing coming out of this draft is Victor Wembanyama, number 1 overall pick. How do you pronounce him? Victor Wembanyama? Is that correct?
I think that's good, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Just say Wemby.
Wemby, number 1 overall pick to the San Antonio Spurs. First of all, my question is, they said this guy is they're saying he's a more hyped draft pick than LeBron James, which I don't believe that, okay? But I would say since LeBron James, or whatever. Right now, is Wembanyama going to be, first of all, what do you think about Victor Wembanyama? And then
I don't know. I haven't seen him play, but these guys, people are saying if he turns out to be a Kevin Durant, he's going to be a bust. That's what people are saying.
That's a joke. If this guy turns out to be a Kevin Durant,
he's a bust.
That's crazy. They're saying he's 7'5", he can shoot, he can dribble, he plays defense. Yeah. I've seen him move. The guy's.
And he still probably can grow too a little bit.
He can grow, and he's gonna get stronger. And
he's definitely very fragile right now.
That's the thing. He's very fragile. He looks the part. I don't know if this guy's. To say this guy's going to be Kevin Durant's a bust, that's a huge statement. That's huge. So, I'm excited to watch this guy. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to Summer League. So I'm going to have to just go to some game during the season.
We'll just have to make it out to San Antonio.
Nothing like going back to San Antonio and the River Walk. And I would love to go out there just to check out a Spurs game.
Shout out to all those people in San Antonio, Stan, Drew.
San Antonio in the house, the River Walk. What was the name of that? El Bucanero restaurant in San Antonio. So look, gun to your head. Is Wembanyama right now? Is he going to be a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
When his career is done, he'll be a Hall of Famer. You're all in on Wembanyama.
Yeah, I'm all in.
I'm excited to see this guy play. I think this guy's the real deal.
Yeah.
7'5", and I think he's the real deal. I think he's going to be an all-star for sure. He's going to be a franchise player as long as he stays healthy. But if he's going to be a Hall of Famer, I don't know.
Pop is the perfect coach to coach this guy.
That's what everybody's saying. So, look, congrats to the Spurs. Something exciting for them. They got the number 1 pick, and, good for them. Let's go to number 2 pick, Charlotte Hornets, Brandon Miller out of Alabama. What do you think here, the freshman out of Alabama?
I mean, it's a bold move. I mean, reports kept going back and forth. Scoot, Brandon Miller, and a lot of people were comparing this pick because Mitch Kupchak was the previous Lakers GM.
Okay.
And he took D'Angelo Russell instead of Jahlil Okafor.
Okay.
I think that was back a couple years, years back when he was the Lakers.
I remember
GM.
that, yeah.
They're saying this could be a similar situation too, but I don't know. I like Scoot too, so I don't know. We'll see, but they're just saying they took him because of LaMelo instead of taking Scoot. So I don't know how. I really don't watch college basketball, but I think it's not a lose situation here for either one of them.
Well, look, I watch a lot of college basketball, and I've watched this guy, and this is gonna go down as another horrible pick for the Charlotte Hornets. They have a history of drafting just horrible drafts. Every person they pick turns out to be a bust or a no-name, except LaMelo is the only pick in the last 10, 15 years that's actually been decent. And that's still, we don't even know what to say. This guy hasn't been healthy either.
Yeah, LMB
and we don't know what to say. Look at Lonzo. No, we don't even know. This is not like a home run pick, LaMelo, first of all.
Yeah, he can just
I've watched this guy. This guy had that incident with the gun incident. If you watch this guy's interview, this guy's going to be a bust. Let me make that clear. Brandon Miller is going to be another bust. Jordan, this is a parting gift to the organization. He's selling his majority share for $3 billion, and he said he wanted input on this last pick, and he messed it up again. This guy's going to be a bust. Make this clear. Let's make it clear here. We're recording this June 26, 2023, a few days after the NBA draft. Brandon Miller is going to be a bust. The Charlotte Hornets are going to regret this pick. They had an opportunity to draft Scoot Henderson, who's going to be really good. This guy is the real deal. I think he is a combination of Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, and he's going to be that good. Scoot's going to be an all-star. Let me make that clear. And everybody was saying fit. What are you talking about? LaMelo is 6'7", guard who shoots threes and chucks threes all day. This guy's 6'3", who drives to the rim and attacks. How are you going to say this is not a good fit? It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's a fact.
How did you mess this up again? They shouldn't have drafted. Imagine that backcourt, Scoot and LaMelo. They messed this up again. And Brandon Miller is going to be a bust. I feel bad for the Hornets that they had a chance to get I think this guy is going to be an all-star, Scoot, potentially Hall of Famer. And they're going to look back and say, Jordan screwed us on his way out again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my thought here. Let's go into the number 3 pick, Scoot Henderson to the Trailblazers.
I think we already got there.
You already know how I feel about him, but how do you feel about him?
I said I feel great. I think he's going to be great. I mean, if I was the Hornets, I probably would have taken him too. But I don't feel the same way about Brandon Miller.
This guy's got character issues and just decision making, and
that does affect into your game.
It definitely does. And Scoot, I think, eventually will start in Portland if he doesn't start off starting. They got Anthony Simons there, but I think he starts. I think Portland does well this year. I think they squeeze into the playoffs.
Okay.
And I think Scoot and Damian, I think they're going to make some noise. I think they're going to be a scary team. They re-sign Grant, and there's some rumblings that maybe they get Draymond.
Well then.
If they get Draymond, Grant, they're going to be a scary team. They got Sheldon Sharp. It would be interesting, but I like that pick. Let's get into the 4th pick, the Houston Rockets, and the 5th pick, Detroit Pistons. They take the Thompson brothers, Amin and Asar, out of Overtime Elite. What are your thoughts here, Big Ree?
These guys are going to be good for sure, both of them.
You think they're going to be good?
Yeah, for sure, both of them.
Okay.
I like both picks, smart picks by both teams. They're definitely going to be great players. I'm rooting for these guys, but I think they both will fit in. They're going to organizations. They're clearly rebuilding, and they need young talent.
Okay, I think they're both going to be similar players. I think they're going to be marginal NBA players. They should be good role players. Whether they take the leap from like a number 4 or a 5 to potentially a number 2 or 3 is the question here.
Yeah.
That's my question. Is like I think these guys are athletic. They play D, they offense, they pass, they can shoot. but do they really develop into? I don't think they're going to be number ones.
I think number two.
Can they develop into number 2 or even a 3? I think if they can even develop into a 3, this is a home run for both teams there. So you got the Rockets, who already got Jalen Green. They got Jabari Parker, Porter. They got Kevin Porter. They got Alperen Sengun. So they got some young players, but nobody's really established himself as a star here. Yeah. I mean, Green puts up points but doesn't do anything else.
Yeah.
Then you got Detroit, who got Cade Cunningham, can't stay healthy. So, but he was a number 1 overall pick. They got Jaden Ivey, who I like. You got Jalen Duran.
Yeah.
And so they got Bagley, Wiseman, Isaiah Stewart. They got a lot of players. So this guy fits in as the wing player, but we'll see. I think you had to take a swing on these guys, but we'll see. So look, I think we'll see if they can pan out. But this is the number 6 pick. I really want to know your thoughts here. Orlando Magic, Anthony Black, out of Arkansas, the 6'7" point guard.
It's a bold move. It's either going to be like, oh, we're glad we took him, or damn, we didn't take him. Why did we take this guy?
Yeah, I mean, they're comparing him to Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
His passing is amazing. If you watch this guy, he's 6'7". He can pass. He kind of plays like he's not a high efficiency scorer. He's not scoring 25 points, but 6'7". He's just an interesting prospect here, and I think they had 2 picks in the top 11, 6 and 11. It's a swing here, right? I mean, but they got a logjam of guards. You got Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs. I mean, they're just stacking up on the guards. I don't know. I think it's a swing here.
I heard they're shopping Suggs, by the way.
No, his value is crap. They would be lucky to get a late first-round pick for Suggs right now.
They did also draft the other guy who was dressed with all the swag. I forgot his name. Dick.
Oh, no. Toronto drafted Grady Dick, I thought.
Did they?
They drafted Jet Howard.
Oh,
everybody was projecting them to get Dick, and they didn't get Dick. And so the Raptors in Toronto and Drake got Dick. And so, but the Magic did not get Dick. They got Anthony Black.
Someone sent me a Twitter picture. It had Suggs' last name and then the other guy's last name.
Oh, Suggs. But yeah, I mean, look, Suggs is on. They need to get rid of him. If you get a late first-round pick for Suggs, you get rid of him. That guy's a bust already. He's a bust.
So and maybe he can go to a team that sucks.
There's a reason why the Raptors, at the last minute, drafted Scotty Barnes over Suggs. You remember that?
Yeah.
Everybody thought they were going to get Suggs, and then they drafted Barnes. They knew that this guy was going to be a bust. Low efficiency. Get rid of him. I like Black. I like his upside there. Or Fultz is playing well, and maybe he could be your future point guard. But I like this pick. I'm really excited to see this guy, Anthony Black. Number 7 pick. This is really interesting. So Washington Wizards drafted Bilal Coulibaly, who's a wing, who's the teammate of Victor Wembanyama, and they traded him to Indiana for Jarris Walker, the forward out of Houston. What do you think here, Big Ree?
I don't know how this guy's going to be. Obviously, him being Wemby's teammate gets him some cred. So
Wemby's saying he should have been top 5.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and I don't know if that's just trying to get his boy paid or if he really thinks this guy's game is solid.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to see with him. And regarding Jarris Walker, I think he's gonna be good.
Solid player. He's gonna be a solid big for them.
Yeah.
I think this guy, he'll be a good player for them, and they're stacking talent. Washington's getting talent.
Yeah.
They got Cody Kespert, Danny Avdija.
Yeah.
They drafted Johnny Davis last year. That guy hasn't even played. Looks like a bust. Real quickly, any of these players, let's quickly go through, and I'll tell you quickly. Taylor Hendricks, not sure. Anybody that stands out in this, in the 10 to 20 range, Big Ree, for you?
I don't know. I mean, what about our boy, Jaime Jaquez Jr.?
Jaime Jaquez Jr., number 18 to Miami out of UCLA. I like the pick. This guy was productive. He's a little bit older, 23, but he's productive. He was productive at UCLA. He can play, and you need players that can play. I think this is a great pick for Miami, and
I think they're going to trade Hero this offseason, and he'll fit in very great. He'll take the Tyler Hero role.
I think he's good. I like this pick for Miami, and I'm glad you pointed that out.
Cam Whitmore?
Cam Whitmore, he dropped, character issues. He fell. He was a projected 6th or 7th. He fell. Houston actually potentially was going to draft him at 5.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting him at 20, so that's huge for him.
Big for Houston.
But we'll see. I mean, sometimes you underestimate character issues.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy's a bonehead. It could, he could be a bust and be out of the league. Kason Williams, number 10 to Oklahoma, not sure. Orlando, Jet Howard, the son of Juwan Howard, he's going to be a bust.
Yeah.
Not excited about him at all. I think that was a horrible pick. He got picked 10 picks earlier than he should have been, 10 to 15. I don't know what Orlando was doing there. I get when you're trying to take a swing, but this was not the swing you should have took. Dallas Mavericks, Derek Lively, the 2nd out of Duke. I like this guy. I think this guy is going to be a good pick. I like him, and I think that's a good pick for Dallas. Your boy Grady Dick to the Raptors. I think this guy, on the outside, he looks like he's going to be a bust. But I think this guy, I don't want to, just like I said, Reeves is going to be a joke. This guy could step up, so I don't want to say that.
He'll fit in perfectly because I think Van Vliet's going to be gone.
Yep.
So I think he'll fit in perfectly there.
So we'll see how he plays. The Pelicans got more shooters, added Hawkins from Connecticut. Buffkins, Kobe Buffkins from Michigan. He's a solid pick for Hawks, but they don't need any more guards. Real quick, Noah Clowney, this guy, Alabama. I like his game.
Yeah.
Chris Murray, the twin of Keegan Murray, goes to the Portland.
Right.
I think he could be a steal. Marcus Sasser from Houston, the guard to Detroit. This guy's going to be good. I'm calling it right now. He's going to be a productive guard in the NBA. Marcus Sasser, I like him. Anybody in the 2nd round, Big Ree, that you're like, oh, this guy could, outplay his draft status and step up. Anybody that, that looks interesting to you?
I don't really know. I'm
trying to see. I like the Lakers pick at 40, Maxwell Lewis.
I didn't know much about him, but I've heard good things about him.
He's a wing. I like him there. They're saying this guy, Ryan Rupert to Blazers, is going to be a steal of the draft. A lot of analysts. I don't know. Seth Lundy to Penn State. I don't know about him, but let me see. Amani Bates, that's an interesting pick, 49th to the Cavs. This guy was the number 1 overall prospect got in high school. He graduated a year early, initially signed with Michigan State, then went to Memphis with Penny Hardaway. Only played like 10 games, averaged 9 points a game. But this guy was the number 1 overall prospect.
Yeah.
The next huge pick, but didn't pan out. I think this guy's 6'10". I think this guy has high potential, and if he puts it together, gets developed, this is the steal of the draft here.
Yeah. I don't know much about him.
Imani Bates, remember that name, Big Ree?
Yeah.
I think this guy, he should have gone late first. I think he should have gone 20 to 30th. I think this guy could become the steal of the draft.
Okay.
I think a lot of teams are going to regret this. This could be a Jalen Hurts situation that everybody's regretting that they didn't get this guy. It's unbelievable that he dropped. And then here's another. Keep an eye on the 57th overall pick to Golden State Warriors, Trace Jackson Davis, the big out of Indiana. This guy's going to be good.
So they got a big?
They got a big. But he's like
our boys in Surrey.
A scoring big. This guy is going to be good. He's going to be a rotational player this year for Golden State. This guy's going to be good. Real quick, you think anybody other than Victor wins Rookie of the Year, or is it Victor's going to win?
I think other players have a chance. I don't think it's just a runaway.
As much as I love Scoot, I think this is a runaway with Victor. As long as he doesn't get injured.
The odds aren't like that high. Like it's like minus 160 only.
I think anybody take out the 401k if you get minus 200. Take out the 401k on Victor ROI. Rookie of the Year for sure. No question. Because Scoot's going to be really good, but with Dame there, he's not dropping 25 a game. Victor is going to, how much points, what's Victor's stat line this year, averages?
He's got to average 20 and 10. He's got to.
No, but what do you think he's going to do? What do you think?
25 and 12.
I think Victor drops close to 25 a game and 12 rebounds. I think he's about 20 and 10 and maybe
Our camera guy agrees. He's nodding his head.
This is the Rookie of the Year for sure. And if you're a Spurs fan or if you have any ties to San Antonio, get yourself out there to San Antonio and watch the game.
Yeah.
The city's going to be on fire in San Antonio.
All the boys in San Antonio.
Hope I can get out to San Antonio this year.
Yeah, hopefully we can get out to San Antonio.
We're going to have a lot of trips this year, Big
Yeah,
Lee.
for sure.
I mean, I'm talking about, I'm not talking about international trips. That's going to be on the card too, but just weekend trips for football.
For sure, yeah.
And, you know, we're going to be doing a lot of meet and greets in different cities this year, NBAs. So it's going to be, I hope you got your, well, you don't need your passport domestic. You need your real ID. There's going to be a lot of trips, Big Ree.
Yeah.
Those Thursday to, Thursday to Monday trips.
Yeah.
You're going to have to figure it out if you have to, but those are going to be good. So, NBA draft, this is going to be, like I said, Victor and Scoot, those guys are going to be huge. It was a good draft. And then finally, let's get into some free agency talk, Big Ree. Real quick, I'm going to go over some of the teams that have the most cap space. Okay. We got Detroit that has projected $28 million. Houston projected room $64 million. Indiana Pacers got about $32 million projected. Oklahoma City Thunder $15 million. Orlando $22 million projected. The Spurs $34 million. Those are the big teams here. I think, first of all, I want to make it clear the Spurs should absolutely not sign any big free agents.
I agree 100%. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Do not waste your cap space.
I agree.
Build around Victor. You got a lot of other young talent. You got Jeremy Sohan, Keldon Johnson. You got some, first round picks from last year. Do not get any big free agent over 15 million a year. Do not do it. Let's go into some of the draft picks real quick. I want to know your free agents on where they're going to go or what's the best fit or where you would like them to go. Kyrie Irving.
I don't know. I think he stays in Dallas.
I agree. I don't think there's much to say. He's going to stay in Dallas.
The one move I will say to watch, a sign and trade to Milwaukee for Chris Middleton. Just keep your eye on that.
That's interesting. That's an interesting proposal, Big Ree. I didn't think about that. I wouldn't mind that for Kyrie. I'm a Kyrie fan. I support the guy. I wouldn't mind him going to Milwaukee. For Middleton, that could be a win-win, and maybe it's a better fit. Middleton and
Lakers is a good fit, but Mark Cuban just hates the Lakers and does not want to help them out in any way.
He's not going to help them, but I still don't know if it's a good fit with LeBron. Like Kyrie and LeBron, and now you got Austin Reeves who dribbles a lot. I don't know, but I think he stays. But that's an interesting proposal. Real quick, we're going to get into this. First, James Harden, free agent.
He's staying in Philly.
He's going to get paid, stays in Philly.
He'll get paid. He opted out. Not officially, but like they said, according to Chris Haynes, he's going to opt out.
I agree. He stays in Philly. I think the Rockets should definitely do not sign James Harden. Once again, you got a lot young talent. Build around your young talent. Do not sign a 4-year-old James Harden or 35.
Yeah.
Do not sign him. Let him stay in Philly. He's got 2 or 3 more years to really be a high-level player and make a run over there. Now that they got Doc, their odds of winning the championship have gone up huge.
Yeah.
Just by losing Doc. So, Fred VanVleet.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I think one of these teams with the cap space will take a chance on him.
Who? Houston? Houston doesn't get him. Detroit shouldn't get him. Maybe
Sacramento is a very interesting option. I don't think they'll get him, but they have $35 million in cap. They're saying, I'm not confirming this is true, but there's just rumors that the Sacramento Kings are going to go all out on your boy, Draymond Green, and possibly give him that 100 so he can secure the bag.
Draymond Green?
He has that dog in him. Like Sabonis, he's a great player, but Sabonis is a wussy. He don't got that dog.
He doesn't got that dog. I agree. I wouldn't mind seeing Draymond in Sacramento. That'd be interesting. Going cross town to the Kings. That's interesting. D'Angelo Russell.
Another interesting one. There's a chance he stays with the Lakers. I know all us Laker fans no, he's a gone. And I will say this about Russell. He played a big part in the Warriors series. and he played great. I agree he played crap in the conference finals and all, but we got to give him credit too. I think there's a chance he stays if he's the right price. I don't know what his market is. It
15,
obviously
15, 17.
Yeah.
I think you keep D'Angelo, and I think most importantly is LeBron's going to be gone at some point from the Lakers,
Yeah, exactly.
whether it's a year or two. And once LeBron goes, D'Lo's back to a 20 and 10 player, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I think you keep him right now. His value is lower because of his performance in that last series. I think you get him on a 4-year. Keep him.
4 years, 60.
4 years, 670 maybe.
Yeah,
I think you keep him.
Because that's a very tradable contract too. Because if he does perform.
Yep. I think you re-sign him.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
And he can still be the starter there.
Yeah, he would start.
I think where else is he going to go when they're going to guarantee him a starting spot? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he should stay. Chris Middleton, this is the big one. And my math might be wrong. He declined a $37 million contract?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Or $34 million contract?
And our guy, Harry B, said he should fire his agent today.
I agree 100%. Shout out Harry B. It's an absolute joke that this guy declined his player option. This guy's coming off an injury, did not play well at all. And he declined. What's the number? Is it 37 or 47?
I'm not
Something
exactly
crazy.
sure.
It was some crazy cameraman.
Our camera guy is going to get
Javi's
it.
not here, but we got our backup cameraman.
Our backup camera guy is going to get it.
If you let us know what's the declined option for
I
Chris
think it was
Middleton.
something like 36 or something.
What's his market right now? What should he get?
I don't know, because one of these teams would overpay for him.
But what do you think he should get?
He's
What
going
does
to
he
get
deserve?
like 4 years, 125 or something, 130, something like that.
This guy.
If Weldon's going to get 100 million, bro, this guy's going to get it too.
This guy's market, I think that's a good point. Comparison, I think this guy deserves.
Okay, he declined 40 million. 40 million, Ace. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this?
There is no way in hell. There is no way. Let me make this clear. There is no way in hell that Chris Middleton should get a $40 million average contract.
What if he gets more?
Absolutely. Whichever GM should be fired on the spot. There is no way.
There's a chance he gets more.
He should not even get. His max is $30 million right now.
Okay.
And so there's a chance that he knows he sucks, and he knows that he can try to pawn this $40 million guaranteed
and get 120.
And get 120 for 4 years.
Yeah.
That's his cap. I'm not giving him more than 110 for 4 years.
Okay. Well,
27. No way. Okay. Absolutely. He did not look good last year.
Okay.
He did not. So I think his agent should get fired unless they had some kind of handshake deal that you decline and we're going to give you 130 guaranteed for 4. Then it's great because this is going to look like a really bad contract. And I don't know, Chris Middleton's not that young either. What is he, 31?
Something like that, yeah.
32? 30 or 31? He's not like he's 27. He's not 27 years old.
Milwaukee's a very interesting play right now because Brook Lopez is a free agent. Chris Middleton can leave. I mean, he is 31.
31. So yeah, he's trying to get. He knows he's not getting 40 million, but he's trying to get more guaranteed money. That's what the play here is. And he's going to try to act like, oh, I'm injured, and that's why I played bad, and I'll be healthy this year, and hope that Milwaukee gives it to him. And they should give him at least 25 mil, but he does not deserve 40. He does not deserve 35. He does not even deserve 30. It should be like a 27, 28 million a year.
Yeah.
But Middleton, Austin Reeves, I think he's staying with the Lakers.
He's staying with the Lakers.
What is he going to get?
He's going to get what?
What do you think he's going to get?
4 years, 199. That's the max he can get.
I think that's going to be a really bad contract for the Lakers.
They have to match it. He's a fan favorite.
They're going to match it and whatever.
They have no choice.
But I think it's going to be a bad contract. I think he's one of those guys that played. I think he's a good player and he's going to play. But he played lights out and I don't see him continuing this. And I think 4 years, 100 million is bad, but whatever. Teams have to waste money. I think his value is 4 years. I think if you're the Lakers, you give
80?
him 4 years, 75, maybe something like that.
He's gonna get at least 90 minimum. That's like
You're right. I think you're right, but I think it's going to be a bad contract.
They have to do it though.
They have $25 million a year, man. Bruce Brown, what does he get?
That's a very interesting play. I mean, I don't know. I would think 15 to 17 million a year.
Yeah.
So between like 4 years, 65 to 70 million.
That's probably about right. 4 years, 60 mil. I think that's good. I think he stays with Denver if they can keep him. Jordan Clark's Kyle Kuzma.
Oh, this is a very interesting.
Yeah. What do you think about Kuz?
He's saying he wants 3-0 a year.
Absolutely absurd.
Okay, that's what he's saying. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely absurd.
I don't know. I think he gets like 4 years, 100. I'd say. So he's worth what Austin Reeves is worth. I can fairly say that.
But it's going to be a bad contract.
He's going to go to one of these sorry teams where he needs to go to.
He should get 4 years, maybe 75. That's his value.
He's going to get 4 years, 100.
But he probably will, but it's a bad contract. Dylan Brooks.
This is an interesting one. According to his agent, rumors say he wants 12 to like 15 to 17 or something. This guy's going to get like no more than 10. I don't think
more than 10?
I don't
think
think
he's getting more than 10 for sure. You got San Antonio, Orlando,
Houston's interested in him.
Houston,
Dallas,
Detroit. All these guys, every team, he's gonna get 3 years. He's gonna get at least 13 million,
50?
13 a year.
So 3 years.
I think he gets a 3-year contract. I think he signs a 3-year contract with the third year as a player option.
No, he don't want no player.
No, he wants a player option so he can opt out and get paid. So I think he's gonna rebuild his value.
And not be an idiot.
Yeah, I think he's learned his lesson. But I think Detroit's a good play for him. Houston's a good play. These are all good plays. As a defender, Orlando, put him in Orlando. There's a lot of teams I think he'll go to. I think he gets 12. Maybe even someone pays him 2 years, 30.
Yeah.
I could see a 2-year, 30 contract for this guy. Maybe even 2 years, 32.
30 with a team option.
Bro, if he's got to be in the right environment, but I think he gets paid. He's not getting a 5-year, $100 million contract, what he wanted, but, trying to see who else here. Draymond, gun to your head. Does he stay in Golden State?
Yeah, I think the Warriors he'll take a discount and take the 3-year 130.
Okay. So you think he stays? I think he stays too. But I think if somebody else entices him, he's going to get paid. So
our camera guy says he's going to get 4 years, 140 to Sacramento.
Draymond.
Yeah, 4 years, 140.
If Sacramento gives him 4 years, 140, he should absolutely take that and run with it. Run with it. Mike
Brown, his ex-assistant
coach,
assistant coach, he's a defensive coach, he likes Welvin, so.
I mean, I think he has no choice to accept that if they offer him that.
I think the Warriors would match it.
I don't know.
Same exact contract as Poole then, if he gets that. That's what our camera guy is saying.
That's funny. That would be funny.
So then they can have a pool party.
I'm rooting for him to get paid, but I just don't think he's worth it. I'll make that clear. What about Miles Bridges? Is he going to get back and sign with the Charlotte Hornets?
Yeah, I think so. I think he should stay.
Okay. Real quickly, Grant Williams.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know. I think he'll get I think he's better. In my opinion, he's better than Dylan Brooks.
Absolutely not. Okay. You think so?
He just doesn't have that personality. He's more of and in Boston, you don't get that much play time.
Yeah.
So, but I think he'll get his market right now is probably 4 years, $50 million.
That's about right. I agree. 12 million. Someone give him 12 million. I don't think he deserves 4 years, but 12 million a year, I'll give him that.
It won't be Boston. I'll make that clear too.
He's not returning.
He's not going back to Boston.
That's fair. Nikola Vucevic, last guy on the docket here.
I don't know about him. They're saying he might take a Chicago discount to give him the benefit of the doubt, but his realistic market should be at least 17 to 18 million a year. But I don't know which team will give him that at this point.
I think someone will give him 3 years, 55.
Yeah.
I think he gets that. for sure. He'll get 3 years, 55.
Yeah.
I would love for them to add Dylan Brooks on that roster. That would be an interesting play there.
Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That would be an interesting play.
I think he would fit into Chicago too, like
If you had,
wise.
you got a starting lineup of Pat Beverly, Zach LaVine,
Crackhead, yeah.
DeMar DeRozan, Dylan Brooks, and Vucevic. 2 really good defenders and 3 scorers.
I think they're gonna trade LaVine. I have a feeling. So my feelings are just telling me that.
We'll see. All right, Big Ree, I think that's going to be it. You know, we kind of went a little bit over time here, but it's going to be a good off season. Hopefully, you know, Summer League. Look forward to watching some of those games.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, I usually go out there every year. I don't think I'm going to make it this year. So we got that, you know, got a wedding to go to, got some trips, so I don't know. But can't wait, boys and girls, and you know, keep an eye out for NFL. It's coming soon. It's going to be the best year in the history of the Don't Get Fooled show.
DGF.
It's gonna be unreal. So stay tuned.
We'll be live at stadiums filming.
It's gonna be great. This is gonna be unreal this year. All right, boys and girls.
Peace out.